Hello everybody, it's Devin from Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Foster Realtors. Today we are in for the most charming treat imaginable. I'm here at 601 Chestnut Street right behind me, located right here in Berea, Kentucky. I cannot wait for you all to see this one. So before we even get started on the inside, let's note that we are not very far whatsoever off of exit 76, off of I-75. You're going to have Walmart, majority of your bigger chain restaurants up that way. And then if we continue on down Chestnut Street, if you take a left, right up there, if you go down the hill, that's going to take you to Old Town Berea, the Artisan Village. If you continue up that way, it's going to take you to a straight shot to the other side of Berea. The location on this one is phenomenal. Huge shout out to David Pittington and Rachel Cassetta from Southern Legacy Realty for letting us in today. Like I said, we are in for a super duper amazing treat. So let's begin outside. I'm normally not a fan of a yellow house, but this one's the timeless, charming yellow. I could definitely live with this. And so you can see here, we've got the steps going up, and these are actually in really good shape from what I can see. We've got ceiling fans out on the porch, so there is 3 of those. All of this is covered. This is gorgeous. And then when we step inside, oh, I'm so excited. Let me get my keys out of the way before I trip over them. So immediately we come in, we have our main living area, and look at all the details and the wood finishes in here. This is my dream. So if anybody wants to start a GoFundMe so that I can buy this home, that would be great. So off to our left immediately, we do have a step down. I mean, this could be an office space, a playroom area. And I think where it all kind of plays together and it all seems to be like the original wood, it really, really ties everything together. And then how cool is this? So these are actually the light switches, which, I mean, I guess they're light buttons instead of light switches. You can see, love those. And then we come over this way. So this stairway actually goes over top to the other side. And then if you go right, it's going to take you up as well. We've got more of the wood frame trim. Okay, so we've got our thermostat. How stinking cool is this right here? Okay, so we twist to get it open. Is that not beautiful? You just don't see stuff like this in newly built homes anymore. And then we've got one there on that side. We've got the fireplace. Whenever I came in and turned the lights on, I did try to get that open, but I'm actually really scared that I'm going to break it. So I'm just going to leave that alone. But at least it's, pretty. The windows, I did look at the disclosure, but I do not remember off the top of my head, but you can tell that these are not the original windows. We do have a little bit of a crack going up. Honestly, with the age of the home, I would not be alarmed by that. If you were, of course, you could get in contact with a structural engineer and go from there. I'm telling you, I would do literally anything and everything to have this house. I guess this would be your formal dining. So this is one of those 2-way swinging doors. And again, we've got the buttons for the light switch. My kids would go crazy with those. But something super duper cool. Watch this. Is that not the coolest thing ever? And it's actually on both sides. And this wood is actually really heavy, so I'm trying not to squish my fingers there. And if we take a step back and look at this hardwood, I mean, there are some, wear and tear scuffs here and there, but it's honestly in phenomenal shape. This house has been very well taken care of. And I would almost go to say that these are probably 10-foot tall ceilings. But instead of going through this way, let's cut around the corner here. This leads down to the basement. We'll come back for that. This is where the swinging door comes out. And then right off of that, look at the door. Even, stuff like this, as much as the handrail, the door handle. so in the hallway, we do have a full bath, and we've got the bathtub right here. I mean, it's even like little silly details to some people, like hot and cold, like stuff like that. The attention to detail with stuff like that really matters to me. And then we do have some exposed brick right here. That gives it like a little bit of extra character. Newer sink, you know, we've got the newer lights. We've got the, I could do that all day and never get tired of it. Perfect. And then around the corner here, we've got our washer and dryer hookup. And then this, so there's the front door. We come in, we can go that way and go upstairs or come over to this side. But we do have washer and dryer hookup, you know, corner right here. But whenever we go to check out the basement here in a minute, there's also the option like to have it downstairs if that's what you wanted. And then you can tell like this is the newer flooring. I'll be honest, I haven't even came in here yet because I was so, there we go. I was so distracted by everything else and falling in love with it. But look how stinking gorgeous this is. And so we do have, you know, floor to ceiling cabinets. We've got the nice backsplash. All of this is like playing off of each other. I wish that the hardwood came through here, but I would assume that this was probably an addition or the flooring was redone. I would have to go back and look. But love the wood beams are there. No textured ceilings. And then this is beautiful. All right, so we do have the soft close cabinets and drawers. That's actually really deep. Yep, we do have the soft close. And then what I really like, really wide drawers. So you could do like your pizza pans, you could do like your baking sheets, things like that. Now this kitchen has to be original. They've just renovated it. So we've got that. Check our water pressure. Okay, not bad. And we've got our GE stove. Pretty stinking clean. And then over top of that, we have our GE microwave. I'm very curious to see. Okay, plenty storage space. Whoop. Okay, let's see if I can figure out how to work this. Maybe. We'll come back to that. But we do have the matching GE fridge and freezer as well. The pull-out drawers. And then we'll take a quick sneak peek out the back door real quick. If I can figure out how to get it unlocked. So we do have the covered porch right here. It does not extend the whole porch, but at least right here, right off the back of it, it is covered. So you can see that a good portion of the yard is fenced in. So if you've got doggies or kiddos that you want to let out, I'm not going to go in there. It's a storage building, which is going to be basically what you would expect out of a storage building. You can kind of see like the mountain views back there. This is beautiful. And so when you go down, yep, so little fence, and that's going to lead you like up the side yard, around to the side. All right, let's go and check up the upstairs. So we're going to go back to this laundry room. Then we're going to go up this stairway. I love this runner. We've got a little window looking out. You can see the metal roof. Personally, I do love when the floors squeak like that. It lets you know that there's so much like life that's been lived in here. One thing that would drive me absolutely bonkers is that that's not centered, but this house is definitely worth it. I could most definitely get over that. Tons and tons and tons of natural light up here. I mean, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost 10 windows in here. Whoops, I had a phone call come in. But anyway, so we've got all the natural light right here. And then closet space. I'm gonna go ahead and start turning these off as I exit. So you've got like a nice view of Chestnut Street. I personally am a people watcher. I could sit on that front porch all day long and watch the people drive by, walk by. And we go off over here. And again, just like downstairs, I'm not going to fool with that one, but I really, really love like the color popping out of that that's playing off of that brick. I think that is beautiful. Personally, just out of curiosity, I would love to strip this off and see like how great that wood looks underneath. Again, we've got the newer windows, and I really love like the vents up here. I think there's a draft coming through, either that or like the Babadook is about to get me. But this is so pretty. And then we've got like the French doors right here. This is another closet. Yep. Does anybody know like what this is? I can't see what it says up there, but I'm definitely gonna have to ask. Yeah, there's a good draft coming through here. If I was home alone, it would probably scare me to death, but I guess you get used to it. Let's see, turn these off. And we are gonna make our way down around the corner to the other bedrooms before we hit the basement area. So off of that bedroom, we come over here. We've got another full bath up here. So this one does have the stand-up shower as well as the tub. You go back here, we've got a little bit of like storage space. Just your usual behind the door storage cabinet. Again, love the finishes. And then there you've got your little scuttle hole. So we've got newer vanity. Perfect. And then if we mosey around the corner, we have our another bedroom up here. I don't know. I'm going to assume that 1 or 2 of the light bulbs are out, but you can see on the back half here, we've got a little bit of the light left over. I would probably open that up maybe, but continuing on with the hardwood floors. This is a lot bigger of a door for a closet than you would expect, but plenty of rack room up there. And then we've got the creepy yet so totally cute vents coming in here. And then our last bedroom. Oh, let me grab this light. Our last bedroom. So this one does have the newer flooring in it. Still plenty of light in here. And we do actually have a half bath off of this one. So again, we've got the exposed brick. It's crooked, which drives me crazy. But again, I could probably live with it if I needed to. So, so cute. And then continue on. So we've got one closet over there on that side as well as another one right here. So it does have the double closet. Get that shut. And I kind of like the somewhat of a divider for that. I don't know why, but super cool. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows in here. So you can see the back portion of the roof into the backyard. This closet is deeper than the other ones. Like, let me see. Yep. Perfect. Now, let's make our way downstairs. I love the squeak so much. And again, we open up into our big living area. So to get to our basement, we're going to come right off the main living area and go to the left. So this door right here actually just immediately leads outside. And then if we continue on downstairs, I want to say this, yeah, that piece of wood right there, I would probably have that replaced, but I mean, that's no large feat for anybody. So this is what I was talking about. There was an extra washer and dryer hookup area down here, but we've got plenty of built-in storage. We've got the gas water heater. I would guess that used to be a chimney right through there that they used. So lots of built-in storage options. So we've got the sump pump hooked up. I don't see any like really old looking wiring. I would assume that the electricity has been updated. Whenever I came down here earlier, I did try and turn some of these, pull string lights on, but I think that they're dead because one did try to turn on and then it made like the fuzzy crackly noise and it went out. And I know that you can't really see that right here, but that's so weird because like I can see all the red like flashing in the phone, but like with the naked eye, I can't see that. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. How cool. But we get way back here in the corner, turn it around, give you the grand view. This is like a really good organizational, like storage workshop area down here for sure. And then go over here, turn this one off. And this one doesn't have like that musty, dirty basement smell that a lot of them do have. I think that this has been like really well maintained, and it's not giving me like creepy murder scene vibes in here. Perfect. So if we'll make our way on up, these do look like they are kind of crooked a little bit. I can't tell for sure or not, but again, if they were, I mean, that's no major fix whatsoever. Get these turned off and head on up. Perfect. And like I said, you guys, I am definitely taking donations. If someone wants to start a GoFundMe for this house for me, I could 100% see myself living here, sitting on the front porch, sitting on the back deck, watching everybody come through here. But that is the end of today's tour. Like always, if you all need to reach me, if you want to look at any more homes for sale in Berea, if you want to look for any homes, anywhere around Madison County, if you're looking to sell your home in Berea or Madison County this year, I am your girl. My contact info, like always, is listed everywhere. If anybody needs anything, you reach out at any time, and I will see you next time.